Do you think creatine is only for athletes? Think again. Because actually, your body produces creatine every day, even if you never set foot in a gym. And if you're over 60, creatine could even be a secret weapon to help you maintain muscle strength, prevent falls, and live healthier every day. Welcome to Hidden Elder, a channel dedicated to senior health and wellness. Today's video will help us explore one of the most important yet misunderstood compounds, creatine. Don't scroll past just because you're not an athlete or bodybuilder, because creatine isn't some kind of sports miracle. It's an essential part of your body's daily life. Creatine helps you move, think, react, and especially supports maintaining muscle strength, which is critically important as we enter middle age and our senior years. But here's the most interesting part. Your body's creatine levels don't actually decrease as you age. The real issue is how we use it, whether we use it the right way or not. So what exactly is creatine? Why do vegetarians and vegans tend to have lower creatine levels? And how can you use creatine effectively once you're past 60? All these questions will be answered shortly. Stay tuned, because just a few grams of creatine daily could completely transform your health down the road. 1. What is creatine? Creatine is a natural compound produced within the human body that plays a crucial role in supplying energy for muscle and brain activities. Although many people commonly hear about creatine as a supplement for athletes, few realize that creatine is actually present in our bodies every single day. Specifically, creatine helps regenerate ATP, the primary energy currency of our cells, especially during high-intensity, short-duration activities such as weightlifting, sprinting, or rapid brain reflexes. Our bodies produce about 1 to 2 grams of creatine daily, primarily in the liver, kidneys, and pancreas, and then transport it to the muscles and brain where it is stored and used. Besides producing creatine internally, we can also get it through our diet, particularly from red meat and fish, since creatine naturally occurs in the muscles of animals. For this reason, vegetarians tend to have slightly lower creatine levels compared to meat eaters. The word creatine actually comes from the Greek word kreas, meaning flesh or meat, which reflects the natural origin of this compound. Understanding creatine not only reveals its vital biological role, but also opens up opportunities for health applications, especially in preventing age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, a growing concern for older adults. If you're still watching this video and find the information helpful, please comment the number 2 below to let me know you're still with us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us keep creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Now let's continue. 2. How much creatine does the body need each day? The human body needs about 2 grams of creatine daily to maintain normal functions, especially in the muscles and brain, areas that require a lot of energy. This amount comes from 2 main sources, diet and the body's own internal synthesis. For those who eat meat and fish, they typically absorb around 1 gram of creatine per day from food. The rest is produced internally by the liver, kidneys, and pancreas, so the body can still maintain the necessary creatine levels without relying entirely on dietary intake. On the other hand, vegetarians who don't consume animal-based foods may not get creatine from their diet. This results in slightly lower creatine levels in their muscles compared to meat eaters. However, it's important to note that this deficiency does not negatively affect muscle performance. When supplemented externally, through creatine supplements, both vegetarians and meat eaters respond equally well, showing significant improvements in strength and physical performance. This demonstrates that creatine is not only important, but also flexible in how the body receives it, whether through food, natural synthesis, or supplementation. Understanding daily creatine needs empowers us to proactively maintain or improve muscle health, especially as we enter middle age and beyond. 3. Does creatine decrease with age? A common question is whether creatine levels in the body decline with age. This makes sense because many biological functions decline as we get older, especially muscle mass and strength, a condition known as sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. However, when it comes to creatine, the answer is no, at least based on current research. Scientists have performed muscle biopsies on both young and older adults, and the results show no significant difference in creatine concentration within muscle tissue. This means creatine levels in muscles do not naturally decrease with age. Therefore, muscle loss in older adults is not caused by a natural creatine deficiency in the muscles. However, it's important to note that even though creatine levels remain stable, physical performance, muscle strength, and recovery speed do decline with age, mainly due to reduced activity and muscle mass loss. Therefore, creatine can still play a supportive role in restoring and maintaining muscle strength, especially when combined with regular resistance training. Understanding that creatine levels do not decline with age helps guide its use as a health support strategy, not to replace a deficiency, but to boost physical performance and combat muscle aging effectively. 4. What are the benefits of creatine for older adults? Creatine is one of the most popular supplements in the sports world, but it is also gaining increasing attention in elder care, especially in combating sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. However, the benefits of creatine don't come automatically. They largely depend on how it's used. If creatine is supplemented without physical activity, especially resistance training, it almost never produces noticeable benefits. Studies show that creatine alone does not significantly improve muscle mass, strength, or mobility in older adults. On the other hand, when creatine is combined with strength training 2 to 3 times per week, the results become very impressive. After an average of 4 months, participants saw about a 1.4 kilogram increase in lean mass, that is, body mass excluding fat, mainly muscle. Not only did muscle mass increase, but muscle strength also improved significantly, helping older adults maintain mobility and perform daily activities more easily. Notably, the benefits of creatine can last at least 12 weeks after stopping supplementation, provided the person continues to exercise. Another important advantage is that creatine improves the ability to stand up and sit down, a key indicator linked to the risk of falls in the elderly. Reducing this risk means fewer fractures, more independence, and better quality of life. In summary, creatine can be an effective supportive tool for older adults, but only when paired with an active lifestyle and regular exercise. If you're still watching this video and find the information helpful, please comment the number 6 below to let me know you're still with us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting subscribe and turning on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Now let's continue. 5. How to use creatine effectively for older adults. For older adults, creatine use should be approached scientifically and strategically to maximize its benefits for muscle health, strength, and mobility. Here are important points to keep in mind for effective and safe creatine use. The recommended dose is 3 grams per day. This is a low, safe dose that is sufficient to help muscles reach creatine saturation when taken consistently. There's no need for a loading phase with high doses, as often seen in athletes. For older adults, maintaining 3 grams per day for about 1 month allows muscle creatine levels to reach effective saturation, similar to rapid loading. Most importantly, creatine only shows significant effects when combined with a strength training program, resistance training. The minimum time to see meaningful results is about 12 weeks, with training intensity adapted to each individual's ability. Timing of creatine intake may somewhat affect results. Some early evidence suggests that taking it after workouts may yield better outcomes than before, but there is no definitive conclusion yet. The key is maintaining a consistent daily habit combined with physical activity. In conclusion, using creatine in older adults doesn't need to be complicated, but it requires persistence and regular exercise. When done correctly, creatine can become a powerful ally in helping seniors maintain muscle mass, prevent falls, and live healthier in their later years. 6 expert recommendations. Creatine is not only widely known in the sports community, but is also increasingly recognized by healthcare and nutrition experts as a valuable tool to support the health of older adults, especially in combating age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia. The International Society of Sports Nutrition, ISSN, rates creatine monohydrate as the most effective supplement for athletes. Thanks to its ability to increase strength, endurance, and lean muscle mass, creatine has become an indispensable part of professional training programs. In fact, over 70% of collegiate athletes have used creatine as part of their sports nutrition regimen. Creatine is not just for young people or athletes, it is also being researched and applied for older adults. A panel of experts from medical organizations specializing in sarcopenia and frailty syndromes has reached a consensus. Although long-term studies are still lacking, creatine should be considered as a supportive intervention in managing sarcopenia. This recommendation is based on evidence showing that creatine helps increase muscle mass, improve strength, and enhance mobility, especially when combined with physical training. While the scientific community continues to monitor long-term effects, creatine is currently regarded as one of the reliable options to support muscle health in older adults when used properly, at the right dose, and under appropriate supervision. So if you are wondering, where can I get creatine supplements? Are there types suitable for older adults? And are there any dangerous side effects? Then the next video is made just for you. Be sure to follow the Hidden Elder channel and turn on notifications, because together we will explore which type of creatine is best, how to supplement safely and effectively, and who should be cautious when using creatine. Don't miss it, because the next video will answer all the most important questions before you decide to include creatine in your healthcare journey for aging well. See you in the next video.